Hello everyone and welcome to a Pixel Paragon solo play with me, Peardrop. Today I will be playing UnderRail, an absolutely fantastic game I recently picked up from the Humble Bundle. Cannot recommend it enough, loved it that much I decided to do a web series about it, so I really hope you enjoy watching it as much as I've enjoyed playing it. What is UnderRail? Well, I'll give you the Steam description because that's probably the best way of describing what the game is all about. It's an old school turn-based isometric indie game with roleplay elements focusing on exploration and combat. The game is set in a distant future when the life on Earth's surface has long since been made impossible, and the remnants of humanity now dwell in the UnderRail, a vast system of metro stations. Now, as we go through, you will find out more, as I have, about these different factions and the different station states, what is going on in the world, basically. But before we get into too much detail, let's go ahead and start a new game and create our character. Now, game difficulty I'm going to stick on normal for now, mainly because although I played a fair bit of the game, it is pretty challenging on normal, and I'm not quite brave enough to go into hard yet, I must admit. So we're going to stick with normal for now. The experience, you've got two different choices normally when you start a game. You've got the oddities and you've got classic. Basically, these are the ways of collecting experience throughout your campaign. So oddities, you will only gain experience when you find oddities. They are scattered throughout the world fairly randomly and to different varying degrees, so you will find these every now and again. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. And you will only gain experience from finding those oddities. You won't gain experience any other way. Sorry. Classic, which is what I'm going to go for, is the way I'm going to play this game, or this series anyway. It's your killing monsters, doing quests, that kind of thing. That's you tend to find that there's a lot more baddies to kill and a lot more quests to take advantage of experience wise. So I'm going to stick to classic for now, and we'll carry on. So here is your character creation screen. Now it's all fairly simple to work out. You've got your base characteristics here, you've got your skills, and you've got your feats as well. We'll go through those one at a time just to give you an idea of what everything is all about. I'm going to create a lady in this one. I think I had a guy in my last one, so I think we're just going to go for nice, normal looking portrait. They're all pretty awesome. Just want someone who looks fairly normal. It looks like a Jedi. Jedi would be quite cool, actually. Maybe like a... Yeah, let's go for that. Okay, so totally original name now. Let's call her Pixel. Let's call her Pixel. Put a feminine spin on it. Right, so here you've got your characteristics. Now, if you've ever played similar role-playing games in the past, you will recognise all of these skills in one way or another, and you'll probably have a fair idea of what they all do. If you don't, and if you haven't, give you a quick rundown. Strength is basically how much you can carry and how well you do in melee. Dexterity, that goes into stuff like your lockpicking and that kind of thing, and also critical chance. Agility is evading traps and also evading attacks in combat. Constitution is your health and also resisting diseases and gases, that kind of thing. Perception is how perceptive you are. So, for example, if you are quite perceptive, you can see hidden people or hidden traps that might try and sneak up on you or trap you. Will, that has all to do with the psychic side of things, which I think I will be going for in this. I think definitely now I've gone for a Jedi. I think I'm going with very high will to start off. So that's all to do with your psychic powers and your side point regeneration. And intelligence also links into that as well. That also affects your side point regeneration, as it says in the description. So let's go for... Seeing as we're going for a psychic character, let's go for some pretty decent will and intelligence. I think starting off with those high is very handy. I do like perception. I think perception for a psychic is quite good. So do we want to lower anything? I think as being stereotypical, I think psychic users tend to be less strong, so I think I'm going to take 1 out of strength. Dexterity, agility and constitution I think I'd like to keep there. Unfortunately, one of the downsides of being a psychic in this is that you lose HP when you decide to become a psychic anyway, so I don't want to drop my constitution too much lower, only because I'll end up having hardly any health. So I think, you know what, I'm going to go all out, and I'm going to go 8 will from the start. Proper Jedi. Right, you've got your skills here. So there are absolute butt ton of skills, loads and loads and loads and loads. Well, I say loads, there's enough to have to scroll down the page. Just to quickly go through them again, offense is basically everything to do with combat, so how good you are with guns, how good you are at throwing grenades, that kind of thing, how good you are with crossbows, and how good you are in melee. Defense is all about dodging is your melee chance, and evasion is your ranged chance to dodge. Subterfuge, probably the most handy that I've found so far, is all to do with your stealth, your hacking, your lockpicking. Pickpocketing I don't generally tend to go for because I don't tend to play thiefy characters, and traps is also your ability to lay traps as well. The higher your traps ability is as well, the harder it is for NPCs to detect them. Technology is your crafting, so mechanics is basically your all-rounder, I suppose you could probably say. That's a bit of everything. As you can see in the description, it's weapons, armors and traps, so it's a variety of different things for mechanics. Electronics is more to do with your energy weapons, laser weapons, that kind of thing. Chemistry is your explosives, crafting grenades, Molotov cocktails. Biology is your healing and psi restoring ability, which is rather handy. And tailoring is leather armor and cloth tailoring as well. Now, probably where I'm going to be putting quite a few of my skill points is the psi. Thought control, you can I think you can control people's thoughts, that kind of thing. Controls the way people react to you, which is really handy. The psychokinesis, that's rather handy actually, I've found so far playing through as another character. That gives you some power over electronic systems, and also gives you stuff like a stun attack and that kind of thing. And probably my favourite one, metathermics, that gives you the ability to cast like fire and ice, all to do with temperature change, that kind of thing. It's quite a meaty skill tree to go down. And then finally at the bottom you've got your social as well. You've got your persuasion, which is fairly easy to work out what that is. Intimidation and mercantile, which is basically how good prices are at merchants. So let's start off with the obvious ones. We obviously want to have pretty high size stats, so I think we're going to go for 10 in all of these. We're going to go all out straight away. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, because we've got at least 10 in all of these, each of these gives a synergy, among other things as well, to similar stats. So as you can see here, synergies, if you put points into thought control, they give you a synergy with psychokinesis and metathermics. So you can tailor different abilities, like persuasion here for example, that gives you that has a synergy with mercantile. So the higher your persuasion, the higher your bonus will be in mercantile. So although I have 5 in persuasion, let's say if I put 5 in mercantile, although it appears as 5, it is actually 7 because of my level in persuasion. So we're going to go for quite a sneaky character, I think. So let's start with a decent sneak. Hacking and lockpicking I've found are incredibly handy. I don't know about anyone else who's played through the game in the past, what experience they've had, and not having these as high, but I've found that having these high tends to get you out of a lot of situations rather well, or getting items and things that you wouldn't normally get. Pickpocketing I'm going to keep at 0. And traps, I think I'll stay at 5, mainly because it's quite handy to have some ability with traps. They tend to get you out quite a lot of situations. Dodge and evasion. I'm psychic, so I'm gonna go for a high dodge and evasion. I think, you know, the ability to sense the bullet coming, that kind of thing. Technology I'll do last. Now, persuasion. I'd like to be quite persuasive, I think. So I think I'm going to start off with a high persuasion. I'll put a little bit in mercantile as well, just to make things a little bit cheaper at the start. So obviously that's 8 rather than 5, which is really good because of my high persuasion skill. Right, now, I suppose I best put something into offence. So, I think because we're going quite sneaky, I'm going to have some skill with crossbows. And also, I'm going to have some skill with melee. Now, I've only got 5 points left, so I may want to take something out of maybe one of these. Maybe I don't want to focus on one tree as much as the other. I don't know, because I quite like them all being at 15. That's quite nice at the start. So I tell you what, let's put 10 in melee, and because we're going to be in melee combat quite a lot because of that, I think I will drop my evasion, mainly because I'm not going to be in combat. Oh no, saying that, you can still get shot in close combat, so it's difficult. It's difficult. You don't have to put anything in them. Do you know what? For now, I'm gonna stick with that. I haven't tinkered too much with the crafting system in this, so that will also be a learning experience for me as we go along. So I tell you what, for now I'm going to leave it. You do get 40 points every time you level up to put into your skills, so there's always chance for us to go into those later on. And I can't imagine there'll be too much difficulty not having anything in these right now. Right, I've lingered on these long enough. Let's go with the feats. Right, okay, so your feats, basically they're little extra things that you can have to give your character a little bit of something extra. What have we got? What have we got? One that I've always found incredibly handy, which I think I'm going to go for, is aimed shot, because when you are shooting, it gives you a automatic critical, which is really, really nice. So I think I'll go for that, just to give us some power in range combat. And I think Sure Step is quite a nice one. Snooping is also very nice. Recklessness, not so good. Now Pack Rat Hound I had before, and that increases your carrying capacity by 50, which is very nice. So I think, although probably not best for my skills, maybe I do like the extra carrying capacity. I had it with my last character, and I found that once I got a few more feats and skills, I didn't end up being too much of a disadvantage later on with my last character. So we're going to go for that. Right, I think that is it. Yeah. Got all our skills, got our feats, got our base stats with our nice will. And okay, let us start the game. Welcome to UnderRail. Here we go. Who are these guys? That's a messy office. Need to pick up your litter. Hadrian Tanner. Alright, last topic of course, earthquake repairs. What's the situation at the South Tunnel? That's my best Cockney accent, by the way. Gorski. He sounds Russian. Oh, I don't know how Russian. I'll give it a go. Got to dig deeper to plant the explosives, or we risk more damage to the tunnel. Oh, it's a lady. Almost everyone is working shifts up there. Shouldn't be too long now. Gorski, how's the security looking? I apologise, I really do. Got one man at the cave exit, and that's enough, as far as I'm concerned. Automated security is strong there, and as long as we know the crossroad and the cove are clear, no one can sneak up on us. Also, got one man at the underpassages, and he's been ordered not to open the gate no matter what. The last thing we need right now are those bloody lurkers sneaking up on us. Everyone else is up at the platform, securing workers and tunnels. Good, good. If no one else has anything to add, that will conclude this council meeting. Actually, just one more thing. In case you weren't informed already, I admitted a new citizen to the station. That Pixel girl? She doesn't like her, obviously. Yeah, I think she'll be a good addition to this station. She and Wenzel are still at the range, but they should be done any moment now, I believe. You put too much trust in your tests, Dana. All I care about is how she handles live action, not how many points she's got. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Best put her to work immediately. We need all hands on deck right now. Indeed, that is all. Vera, Gorski. Fade to black. Oh, I do apologise for my terrible accents there, I really do. But it was fun doing them all the same. Here we go, Wenzel. I assume this is me here. Well, it is me, I do know that. An unexpected yawn interrupts Wenzel. He instinctively raises his left hand to cover his mouth, forgetting he's wearing a respirator. A tiny smile creeps up on your face due to this very fact, yet you understand that after so many hours of testing, these kinds of lapses tend to sneak up on people. He soon continues. Oh, shall I do his voice? I do a posh British accent through... I can't do a mask voice, so I'm going to do a posh British accent. Yeah. Excuse me. All in all, Pixel, as far as I'm concerned, we're done here. I've got a few other things to do, but unless you'd like to have another go at the testing range, you have no reason to stay here any longer. So what can we choose? As a matter of fact, I'd like to give you one more try. Diddly-diddly-dum. Feeling pretty tired. How do I compare to other newcomers? How do I compare to other newcomers? I can't tell you. Oh, go on. No, Persuade isn't high enough for that yet. Right, let's give it a go. I want to show you guys how the game works anyway, so we're going to go for number one. As a matter of fact, I'd like to give it one more try. I've never had access to a range like this before, so why not try to make the most of it while I'm here? His tired eyes aren't exactly radiating joy at your response, but still he nods. No problem. But know that this won't affect your previous results. I guess it's best we go through the whole procedure, as if this was your first time at the range. Okay, I'll open the gate now, and you can go through. Totally wrong, but never mind. As before, I'll be watching you through the cameras. We'll continue once we get past the gate. I'm ready, Vincent. Excellent. Right, so basically this tutorial is going to give you a quick idea of how the game works. This first little area is all about combat. Let's contact him on the intercom. Can you hear me? Loud and clear, Wenzel. Great, now pick up your weapons and armour from the cabinet. I think there's also a few EMPs left on the shelf as well. So basically this is going to give you an idea of how you interact with different things in the world. I'll show you rather than... well, you can pause it and read it if you want to. But for now, I'll quickly go through all of this. There will be 3 bots fighting against you, just like the first time. So choose an appropriate weapon and make sure you wear that armour. There was this guy a few years ago who forgot to put his armour on and, well, it didn't end pretty. Take those bots out. Here we go. Right. Ring me when you're ready to proceed, or if you have any other questions. Understood. So, we'll close that for now. That'll be all for now. Cabinet. Right. This has got all of our weapons and armour in it. Going through it very quickly, we've got a pistol, some ammo for the pistol, a crossbow, which we'll be using, and some bolts, a steel combat knife, and a sledgehammer, which we won't be using because it's incredibly needs incredibly high strength to use, and some armour. Take all of those. We'll also click on the shelves and get our EMP grenades as well. Take all of those. So you can open the inventory with I, or you can use the little bag icon up here, and we'll equip our items. I'll go through all of these as we go along. For now, I'll just go through the tutorial. I want to keep the video as short as possible at this moment in time. Right, we'll equip our armour, we'll drag it onto there. There we go, we've now got our armour on. We'll equip a knife just in case, and also the crossbow. You don't have to equip ammo, that's already done down here for you. And we'll also equip EMP grenades as well. Now, as far as I remember correctly, our character yeah, we didn't have anything in throwing, so unfortunately throwing these grenades isn't going to be great. But for now, let us open the gate. If you want to, if you have got the game or you're going to get the game in your own time, if you do want to go through all of these just to make sure that you know everything, then you can. I won't go through it all now. But from what you've seen so far, equipping items is literally that simple. As bringing up your inventory and dragging it onto the appropriate slot. So we'll carry on. So, combat. Welcome to combat. These robots are absolutely terrible, by the way. Right, we're going to try it. It's not going to be great, but we'll try one of our EMPs. Hey, now that was an absolutely fantastic result. I couldn't have started off better. So, to end combat, you want to hit space. I should probably tell you what all that was about. Basically, what I did there, threw an EMP grenade from my hotbar. I can always also click Q to bring that up as well. How combat works is basically you have so many action points. Once you've used those action points, you need to end your turn, and then everyone else activates as well. I'll show you again a little bit later. There'll be plenty of opportunity to go through combat with you, but that's basically simply how combat works. If it had gone on for any longer, if my grenade throw had been terrible there, I would have been able to show you how the crossbow shoots and everything else. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So we'll carry on anyway. Good job, Pixel. Now I want you to pick up the items from that locker. There should be a battery, a hacksaw, and 2 lockpicks inside. Use the lockpick to unlock the door. In the next room, you will have to unlock the footlocker as well as the box before I let you through. Okay, so now we'll skip all this for now. Again, if you're going to be playing the game, you can check all this kind of thing. It's more or less the same questions that you had before, just with the extra one about how to unlock things. That'll be all for now. So we'll left click on the locker. Take all of these. Here we've got a battery, 2 lockpicks, and a hacksaw. Now basically, what you want to do with these is you want to drag these to your hotbar down here, so you can use them at the click of a button. 5 to use your lockpick, 6 to use your hacksaw. Now here we've got the batteries. If you right click on the battery and select recharge item, and then left click on that item, you can see that I'm now recharging the hacksaw. The hacksaw needs to be charged in order to use it, otherwise it won't work. This is used for hacking PC terminals, boxes, that kind of thing. So we'll go ahead and we'll lockpick this door now. So as you can see, the door is locked. Oh no, I need lockpicking 1 to get through. Fortunately, ours is 10. So let's go ahead and use our first lockpick to get through. There we go. Easy peasy. Now, this is the footlocker he was on about, so we'll try that first. So again, hit 5, bring up the lockpick, and click on the box to attempt it. Fantastic. Oh, what a surprise. No loot. You'd think this was some kind of tutorial. Now with the hacksaw, again, you just want to hit 6, or whatever you assign it to in the end, to bring up the hacking thing like that. You can see the little computer there. Left click on the box, and then the box opens. Unfortunately, no loot inside. And our door opens. Excellent. Good, good. Now for the final room. You've got 1 sentry bot and a camera. Try to sneak around the bot if you can. This one will not shut down after 1 hit, just to let you know. So if this goes badly, I could end up having a combat anyway, so you guys might see how combat works against something that's going to last a little bit longer than 1 round. By the way, the camera can see you no matter how good you think you're hiding, so it'd be best if you are able to avoid its line of sight completely. Okay. So, for stealth mode, I'm just going to go a little bit more into the action bar just before we carry on. Only because I realise we haven't really gone through it. So, down here you've got your action bar down here. As you can see, we've got the normal attack command here. We've got burst, which isn't really good for us at the minute because we've only got a single action weapon. Or yeah, you know what I mean. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Here we've got stealth mode. So if you hit 3, that's what it'll be automatically assigned to. And as you can see, we go translucent. We can see our character. Others can't. Stealth mode works in the same way as you get in most games these days. Stick to the shadows. Stick to corners that are darker and harder to see around, and you'll be fine. Cameras, as I said in the description before, they can always see you, unfortunately, so there's no way you are sneaking past those without being a little bit tricksy to try and get around them. Going back to the action bar, you've got the quick invoker here, which basically gives you a rundown of all the abilities that you have at your command right now. So at the moment I have the ability to attack, the ability to do an aim shot, the ability to burst if I've got anything better than a crossbow, or anything more rapid firing than a crossbow. Stealth mode, which is your stealth. Pickpocketing, which I'm never going to try because I'll no doubt get caught for it. And you can also lock certain doors and boxes, things like that as well. So that's that. Down here you've got your utilities. This is where all your utility items will be stored that you've got here in your inventory. So at the moment we've just got our EMP grenades. And then also, the last thing you can do is if you hit shift, you can also bring up a second action bar as well, so once this one is full up, but you've still got stuff that you want to get hold of quickly and not have to go into your inventory for, you can hit shift and you can go onto this bar, action bar as well. Also here you've got your 2 weapons. You literally just click to switch between the 2. When you switch in combat, you do lose a few action points if you switch weapons in combat, and if you switched from to a weapon in your inventory, it takes more action points as well. But that's about it for the action bar. This little bar here, this obviously, as you may have seen in combat, this pops up and it shows you how many action points you've got. There's like a little bar that pops up here and it gets lower and lower as you use more action points. Right, let's try and sneak past this robot on this camera. Oh, okay, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So the robot has seen us. It goes from green to yellow to orange to red. And basically we want to keep out of the way of this camera here, because the camera unfortunately will always see us. Just wait to see if we can see if the robot's going to come back round from doing its patrol. Don't think it has yet. I'm sure we would have seen it come back round. Oh, there we go. There he is. Oh no. Stay away. So now we'll have to wait for the camera. We'll hear the camera beep again once it's stopped focusing on our direction. Hopefully the robot won't see us. Here. Now, there we go. Oh no. Oh no. Quick. Oh, I got seen by the camera. Oh, never mind. I got a bit ahead of myself. But we got past the robot. That's the main thing. Cameras, although they alert... obviously it's alerted to your presence here at the moment. It's not too much of consequence right now. But you get the general idea. Stay out of the sight of cameras, and also stay out of the sight of enemies as well. Enemies are a lot easier to sneak past. And Venzel can definitely see me, as you can see here, because he's got a red flashing eye above his head. So we'll get rid of stealth mode, and we'll talk to Venzel. Well done, Pixel. I hope you're satisfied now. Will my performance on this run affect my overall results? Nope. Well, that's short and sweet. I don't want to do another one, so I think it's time for us to leave the tutorial and we'll go and check out our new room. I have no doubt you'll like it. I have yet to see any newcomers complain. Ha 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 ha. Thank you, Venzel. Nothing more to say than congratulations again, Pixel, and welcome to the Southgate Station. Go and get some rest. See you around, Venzel. Fade to black once more. Excellent, excellent. So hopefully that's given you a bit of an idea of the basics of combat and stealth. I'll go through a little bit more with you guys next time. I don't want to carry on too much longer now because I want to try and keep the length of the videos as short as possible. And yeah, thank you ever so much for watching, guys. It's going to get so much better from here on out, so please do stick with me. This is literally just giving you a rundown of what the game is kind of like from a very tame point of view so far, but it's going to get much better from here, I promise. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye bye.